YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Cam from Tweeking Media, back at it again with another Gacha on the Gacha. You see what's on the screen. We are now, like I promised, at Wuthering Waves version 1.4 has just released. So maintenance just ended. So it's currently Wednesday at the time of this recording. This video will probably be out tomorrow on Thursday. Big update. We got a lot of changes to the gameplay. We have the release of baby girl Camellya. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Correct me in the comment sections if I'm wrong. And then we also have a new 4-star character that's out, but for some reason she's not featured on the banner, just like last version. I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they do this. I understand they probably do this to like incentivize players to summon on the rerun banner, but put the new character on the new banner, please. Kuro Games, please. But anyway, so yeah, this video, just like I did with Star Rail and Triple Z and also Nikkei. So if this is your first time tuning into Gacha on the Gacha, I have covered those games as well. So it should be we have a playlist on our channel, so be sure to check out any other videos if you're interested in any other Gacha games. But the plan is to pull for Camellya. We are going to pull for her and also her signature weapon, and which in this case will be really good because this game has an absolutely amazing weapon banner structure. We are guaranteed to get her weapon. There's no 75-25 or 50-50 nonsense. Only thing we have to worry about is the actual character pool. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So yeah, like I said previous, I think there's like, well, let's accept the this is another thing that I can say that I also don't like. Like, dude, your competition Hoyoverse gives us 10 premium summons. Do that. Please. Like, I don't understand why. I mean, like, especially in this game, because like you're not really pulling on the standard banner characters, you're pulling on like the weapon, like the standard weapon banner. And like I said before, it just doesn't make any sense that you just wouldn't give us a free multi on a premium banner instead of trying to split it up. But you know, it is free, so I'm still gonna complain. Just not gonna complain too much. But you guys know how we do it here. So we're gonna do the character trial first. You know, my coping mechanism to get us prepared for pulls. From what I've saw in her video, her like trailer, I will say there's one thing I do like how Kuro Games does it. They don't have like this like 50-minute cringe live stream. They just kind of like, it's like the saying goes, like, you could have sent this to me in email, like a good 5-minute video showcasing the characters, teasing the story event, and then like showing us some gameplay. Cool, awesome, and some other new features that are going to be in 1.4. Let's check out and see what she does. Hitting a target with normal attacks, Concerto Fool. Okay. There's a lot of words on my screen.
Would you like a fun game between the two of us?
Okay, so that's her standard attack. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so she switches in between this. We'll probably do her actual like tutorial thing because they have like 2 different ones.
Struggle harder. Entertain me.
I play this game for the plot too, guys. Don't worry. Let's pull in Verena. I have not used Verena in a while, actually. I've been using Shorekeeper ever since I pulled her. And oh shoot, I forgot it's that. All right, there we go. Do that. Yeah, I don't know how to play her, so once we pull her, we'll actually play her tutorial to see how she's supposed to be played. So yeah, we just pressed buttons and it worked. But she seems like a pretty fun character to use. And it's actually been a while. We haven't really gotten like a Havoc DPS character or premium character. I mean, we have Rover, and then we also have Donjin, but I'm currently building my Rover up, and I haven't done anything with Donjin, so can't speak on her. So let's claim these rewards. But I will say this, one thing that I can definitely give this game like credit for, even though Star Rail is doing this as well, I'm actually a big fan of the one character per patch version. Now I don't know if they're gonna do this like if eventually when they get to like the 2.0 or something like that, when they have like a big major, you know, story update, where they might introduce two new 5-star resonators in that patch. But for 1.3 and 1.4, I'm actually a big fan of the one patch per character, because it gives me chance to, I mean, it's good for saving obviously, but it also gives me a chance to like build my account, which is a big thing that I've been trying to do with Wuthering Waves, is like starting to build out some of my other team members. Like in 1.3 I was able to build up my Baija actually for like a third healer option, because I have Verena and I have Shorekeeper, but I wanted to build her up as well for like that third option for the Hazard Tower. And so like this, I really do kind of like how they're structuring these patches, as far as like, you know, we have Camilla, and then we have, you know, whoever's going to be the rerun banner, and obviously they're going to put the new 4-star on there, but I'm not going to summon on that. But they do tend to, if we take a look at the store, so you won't see it on here, but last patch, I think her name was like Yuha, if I'm pronouncing that right, the 4-star that came out in 1.3, you were able to buy her for like a discount on this the Afterglow Coral page, which is what I did. So they'll probably do the same thing with, I think her name is Lumi, the new 4-star, you know, waifu, need that. But we are going to pull for our sadistic waifu, and you know me, I can fix her for sure. But yeah, we have a lot of pulls saved up, so I have like a 1-track mind. I was here so I can buy these. The shop refreshed it for refresh, so we can get a lot of these premium currencies and stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. And we have a lot of things. So I don't typically tend to, I don't like mass buy, just because for some reason they have different currencies for the premium banners and the weapon banners. I kind of don't like that. I kind of wish it was just the same thing. But let's get started with the pulls. I've been talking a lot. I just wanted to just get my thoughts out there before we get really neck deep into the pulls. I'll keep talking as we go, obviously. But for Wuthering Waves, my luck is, I would say recently it's been going good.
My crimson blade will not
I think I have
anything bad.
all of the 4-stars on here maxed out, so not really looking for anything in particular in that department. But yeah, I think recently so who was before Shorekeeper? I forgot who was before Shorekeeper, but Shorekeeper, I won the 50-50 with her. Oh, it was the lightning guy. I forgot his name. I'm terrible with names. That's another thing you'll notice as we keep continuing on with the Gacha and the Gacha series. I'm absolutely terrible with names. But the free 5-star we got, but Zia, the painting girl, I lost her 50. So pretty much every banner up to Zia, I lost the 50-50. And then recently with Shorekeeper, I actually won the 50-50. So our luck is not, my luck is not the best in this game. For care, obviously you don't really need, you just need pulls for this, because we're guaranteed to get the weapon banner, the weapon, no matter what. But you know, here's hoping that first video of Wuthering Waves on the channel, treat us right, Kuro Games. So people don't think I'm a Hoyo shield. I'm not what they call, like Hoyo shield, Kurobot. I have no loyalty to any of these companies. I think, you know, I like Zenless Zone Zero, I like Star Rail, and I like Wuthering Waves. They're gacha games, so you know, we know the kind of BS to expect in the gacha game. But for what the game is worth, I like the game. And I know I had mentioned this in a previous video, but I didn't finish my thoughts, and I actually realized that when I was going back and editing, where like, oh, I didn't finish what I was saying, because I was saying that like I'm typically not a fan of open world games, and that's one of the reasons why I couldn't get into Genshin. And I was like, well, some people will probably push back and go like, oh, but you played Wuthering Waves and that's an open world game. So what I like about Wuthering Waves is more so the combat gameplay. That's the thing that like really sticks out to me for this game, and why I keep playing it is because the combat is really good. But I will say for I will say that like I really don't do a lot of the open world exploration in this game. So like I do like some of the obviously I do the story mode, I do some of the events like the hazard towers and the simulation events and stuff like that as they come, but I'm not really I have not 100% explored the world or anything like that, because I just don't have any desire to. It's a lot of time that I just don't have or don't really care to go for it. This is gonna be the 5-star. All right, okay. First Wuthering Waves video. Koro, can you bless us? Can we get something good? I'm not really don't care about the 4-star weapons and stuff like that. Well, I mean, I guess for like if I want to build some other 4-star characters, because I was actually going to go into my plans for this patch. Come on. There we go.
Oh. I'm looking forward to our game.
I can fix her. All right, so nice. Great luck. All right, so this is the second. This is only the second. Like I said, the very first banner in which I won the 50-50 was Shorekeeper's banner last patch. So I was a little bit like, am I gonna? Are we gonna get some good luck? And you know, delivered. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and go for the weapon banner. Let's go back to the store. Let's buy this stuff, Forging Tide. So that's 7 here. Let's buy like 3 of this to even it out. That 10 here. We may have to do some off-screen grinding depending on the situaciones, but we'll see. Oh, and also I forgot I have to buy the Pioneer podcast. I'll do that after these pulls. All right, so Red Spring. A lot of people say, I mean, obviously this is her, was it what they call it, best in slot, whatever they call it. I have gotten good luck on the weapon banner, so I think it was Baby Girl Changyi. I think I did like 2 multis, and on the second multi I ended up pulling 2 of her weapons. So her weapon is at, I don't know what they call it. I use Star Rail terms because I'm so used to like E0, S1 and stuff like that. So her weapon is at S2. Well, yeah. I don't know what they call it in this game. I'm not familiar with all the terminology when it comes to the Eidolon or Mindscape or whatever, the dupe system and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this is what I was mentioning this in my Star Rail and Zenless Zone videos, where it's like I really wish that Star Rail and these other games like adopted this with these weapon banners, like guaranteed, like you go into these banners, if we get the 5 right, oh wow, really good luck. And this is why I love the 1 character per patch, because it allows me to save. We ain't have to do any off-screen grinding. I mean, I'm gonna buy the Pioneer podcast, the $20 version. I'm gonna get that, but it just allows for you to save your currency, and it also allows me to build my. It's such an ease, you know. Boom. You're just guaranteed the weapon. That's so good, dude. You don't have to go like, oh man, am I gonna fail the 75-25 or the 50-50? No, you got the weapon, man. W Kuro Games. Am I a Kuro bot? I don't know. All right, but wow, really great summoning session. I was expecting to get shafted, but you know, baby girl. I told you I can fix her, and she said, yeah, I'm gonna let you fix me. So let me go ahead. Let's get the Pioneer podcast. All right, so we got the Connoisseur channel unlocked, and then we get all this stuff. So let's go ahead and claim all here, and yeah, we'll just save the rest of the pulls for whoever is dropping next patch. I have no idea. They didn't. I don't know when we'll get drip marketing for the next character, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and let me actually set the team that I'm actually planning on using with her. So let's go to quick setup. So I'm planning on this being the team. And like I said before, I think for
Understood.
And this is one of the reasons why I will say that I do kind of like what Kuro Games is doing. Like, I don't know, I don't know if this is going to be the standard moving forward. Hold on, let me actually change the avatar too. Let's change this to Camellya and change the banner as well. But yeah, it just allows me to set up like what characters I want to like build up. Like I said, this last patch I was able to like really set up and build my Baji. And so this patch, what I'm planning on doing is building up Camellya and also building up Sanwa. A lot of people said that she's really good since she like enhances basic attacks. And that's kind of what Camellya does a lot as well. So let's go ahead and get started with how we're going to be getting baby girl her ya digs. Red Spring. So yeah, a lot of people saying this is really good for her. It increases her crit rate, and I think a lot of people say that we want to focus on crit rate. I think it was like crit rate, crit damage, and I think energy regeneration are the things we want to focus on. She is Havoc. I have a ton of Havoc stuff built up for her. Hey y'all, Future Cam here. So I'm gonna cut this into the video when we get this will probably be like the part where I'm going over like my Echo build. So I did a bit of some research off screen after the video. And it turns out that Dreamless is a better fit. Crit rate Dreamless is a better fit for her 4-piece cost for a little bit more consistency on her damage and like her nuking abilities. So I went ahead and got that. We got a decent substats. I mean, the crit damage is the one that I'm looking for the most. So just wanted to put this in there in place of the video, so you'll notice a bit of an inconsistency with the final build when I'm ending the video, but that's basically what I'm running for. This is what she's looking at like right now. I also went ahead and again, it'll be a little bit inconsistent, but bear with me. But yeah, I went ahead and did the for her forte, filled out the upper tiers, and I will be doing the upgrading all of these the bottom, the forte circuits and all this other stuff. You got to deal with the freaking synthesis crap, but once we get that done, she'll be at a good set. I don't know if I'm gonna go for 10 across the board, but maybe 7. I'll try to go for like 7 or something like that. So when we actually get into some gameplay in the next videos, you shall see that on my end. But just wanted to add that in there. Just so you guys know that I do care a little bit about the builds of these characters, so want to make sure that I'm using, not gonna like super min max, but I do want to make sure that I'm presenting you guys with a little bit more accurate and better information when it comes to like building my character, make me seem a little bit more competent, right? But anyway, back to the video. So we're good to go on that end, so let's start leveling her up. Now I think, did they say for this patch that we should have the ability to synthesize our materials in the actual menu? Because that was another thing that flabbergasted me for the longest time in this game. Like, it took you 4 patches to realize that maybe we should have the option to, like, for these essential materials and like trace materials, to be able to do that in the menu instead of like going to the city and like going through that whole process, like having it like as a quick select option in the menu, kind of like your competitors do. Like I don't know if Genshin, I'm going to assume that Genshin has that. Like Genshin has the ability for you to build, like, you know, get these characters. Let me actually check something real quick. I'm all over the place on. Okay, I was wondering about my camera size, if you guys can see everything on the screen. But yeah, like it was like one of the, like, it made me kind of like, I mean, I don't really necessarily like building characters up in these games just because of how much of a resource grind it is. But in this game, it made it even particularly bad because it was just like you had to like stop your process, go to the synthesis thing. It's just too much.
Surging through my veins.
She is crazy. Well, you know what? I like them crazy. And she doesn't have a okay. What I think it's Gen Z. She had a straight yap fest whenever you ascended her. She'd go on like this like 2-minute paragraph trails, like, be quiet.
Don't get your fingers pierced.
I mean, I like her though. She's great.
On second thoughts, not much can harm you anyway.
I think my favorite character is probably, I will say that it's probably Yin Li. Is like she was the Kafka of this game to me. It's funny because she has electric elemental, so I don't know if that was a coincidence or not. But like she was kind of like one of the reasons why I like wanted to play the game. Let me see if they have it here. So are we able to? Okay, that's annoying. I was I was about to praise the game, and well, they said no. So did they? Okay, when did they say? Because I remember reading in one of their developer articles that they were gonna add this feature. Unless, is it something that I have to like get? Because if it's something that I have to get that I'm not aware of and it's just my ignorance, I apologize. Like I said, I didn't read up a lot of what's coming in 1.4. Okay, yeah. So like I mentioned before, I wasn't. I'm not aware of like everything that's going on in this patch. I'll probably take some time, you know, off screen to look up all the details that's in this particular patch. But I thought that they mentioned that like one of these updates we would have the ability to synthesize from the menu, but I guess not.
Would you like, hey, care to join me for another round? I'll show you a whole bunch of new tricks and powers. Promise.
Not now. But I'm glad. You know, at least you asked me first. All right, so let's keep getting her built up. We'll get up to level 90, obviously.
I'm fine. I just need some time to ride out the pain, swallow it whole, make the chaotic frequencies my strength.
Okay. Yeah, they knew what they were doing with this character. That's all I'm gonna say. They 1000% knew what they were doing with this character when they designed her and did all this stuff. Yeah, that's that's something.
With this power, I am whole again. Now we can truly play as equals. After all, it's not just what you play, but who you play with. Don't you agree?
I guess. Whatever you say. Let's get her to level 90. But yeah, this my plans. I can't sing. I really do like, and it's with 2.6 as well, because I'm planning on building up some of my characters in Star Rail, like using this patch. Because right now, currently, the banners that are out in Star Rail are Acheron and Adventuring. That is, I'm gonna let you guys know, that is actually an insane. That is an insane banner stack. I know some people who are like, I don't know if there are any like super loyal Kuro lovers and Hoyoverse haters. So I'm talking to the adults who can have nuanced conversations. But yeah, I will say that if you don't have Adventuring, This is the best. I'm debating because my adventuring is at E0 S1. I'm debating on going for E2 for adventuring. I'm already at E2 with my Acheron is E2 S1, so I'm not really in any particular rush to like. I don't think I want to go for her E4 because if knowing me and how my brain works, if I go for her E4, I'm gonna go like, oh well. I mean, I went for her E4. I might as well just go for E6, right? You know, that's I'm gonna cope myself into continuing to go for it. And then if I do that, then my OCD is gonna kick in, and I'm gonna go like, okay, you have her at E6, but she's still at S1. You need that. I need that to be S5, and so I can't do that because I mean. I have decent disposable income, but not like that. So yeah, we're not gonna try that. So let's see, what do we need for this? I'm gonna cut to when I have these materials to get her weapon up. All right, so let's go ahead, get up to 70. But yeah, like one character patches to me, like I know some people are like very kind of like stuck in this, and I think it's not a good mindset to have, but a lot of people are stuck in this mindset of like revenue and that determining like the success of, and obviously that does determine the success. I'm not trying to say it doesn't, but like I think like we have to start thinking like players instead of like shareholders, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, even though some people will go like, well, if they do one character patches, they're not gonna make enough money. I think they'll make. I think this game is making more than enough money to continue to exist. I know like a lot of it. I mean, you know, businesses in the business of making money. So if they're not making all the money in the world, then they're not making any money, right? But for me personally, I think that like having it set to where I don't have to like worry about like super preparing for the next new premium character. I can take the time to like build out my roster. I think that's like more. I think that's worth way more than just than just having like the hype of a 2 new character patch. And like I said, I don't think that this would be the normal for Kuro. I think like once we get like a super big major story patch, they'll probably do a 2 character patch. But I mean, if this is what they're gonna do moving forward, I am totally down for that. I'm 100% on board with it. If Star Rail wanted to do it too, I wouldn't have any problem with that either. If Zenless Zone Zero wanted to do that, I would have no problem with that. I would be down for that 1000%. Before we end the video, let's do her tutorial. If I can find it. There we go. Let's actually find out how we play this character. Alright, so here we go. So basic attack, basic attack, basic attack, and hold it. Dang, okay. Heavy attack. Okay, so that's our launcher. Skill. Okay, so this is her Blossom mode. So she said you can't move in her Blossom mode, but you can change it by doing her skill. Casting intro skill restores Forte gauge, so you want to switch her out. Okay. Attacks consume Forte gauge. All right. Yeah, you can't move her around. But she has like really good AoE, so I guess that kind of like makes up for it. Resonance skill is replaced by Forte Circuit's Ephemeral. Casting this skill continues to restore Forte gauge. Okay. This can be performed mid-air if she's close to the ground.
Struggle harder. Entertain me.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, can we leave now? All right, cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and end things there. So there's a lot of like events that are on right now, so I definitely plan on covering that. We got like all of this stuff, Depths of Illusion, like there's a lot of stuff. I'm probably not gonna do oh yeah, and also Hazard Tower as well. So I'm not gonna do the story stuff on screen. That'll be something I handle off screen, and then in future videos I'll give you my thoughts on it. Let's go ahead and cut to this. But yeah, so let me guys know what you think about the video. I am going to be building up Sanghua as well. She's at Resonance Chain RC6. There you go. But I'll build her off screen because, like I said, I've heard that she's a really good partner for Camellya. So that's that. As far as again for future, we'll see as far as like all the events that are out. I don't know if I'll be able to cover absolutely all of them, but I will do my best to do so. And let me know if there's anything in specific that you want me to cover in this game. Comment it down below. Also, while you're there, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Share this across all social media platforms that you have access to. If there's anybody who is a fellow degenerate gacha gamer like me and you, let them know about the series and show some love. I mean, we've gotten some. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for people who have been watching these videos and giving it a like. This has been really motivates me to continue doing this, and it's something that I'm somewhat passionate about. But this isn't the only stuff that's on the channel. I know, you've been seeing a lot of gacha stuff on the channel, but we do cover other stuff on Tweeking Media as well. We have a sports podcast for all you sports nerds out there. If you're interested in basketball, football, UFC, wrestling, we have a podcast covering all that stuff. So if you're interested, be sure to check it out on the channel. We also have a nerd podcast called Attack on Culture. So if you guys are interested in hearing our latest takes on news across the video game industry, anime, manga, comic book stuff, you name it, we're nerds. You know what the podcast is about. Be sure to check that out as well. And with all that being said, guys, I've been doing enough of yapping. Have a great day. Bye. Bonus. So I was teleporting to the daily quest and this happened.